in a country with so many people to see India there and Romania in lane 8, and we're underway in this men's C4 500. I would like to be able to tell you who I think will win. I expect the Ukrainians in lane 5. They have a lot of depth in C4 paddling, in canoe paddling, and there you can see they are in fact out there in the early lead. So it is Ukraine in front. Right next to them, I think it's Kazakhstan. Czechia, of course, as well, have with the Fuchsa factor. I like to call it the Fuchsa factor in Czechia, having the Olympic champion in your midst, and I think his brother is there in the front of the Czech boat. But it is Ukraine out in front. Maybe Czechia sitting second, although Kazakhstan is also putting together a good run in the pink singlets there, and the rest thereabouts just dropping off a little bit. But top 3 to go through, and at the halfway stage it is Ukraine in front, and a very good race for second between Italy, Czechia and Kazakhstan.
Yeah, definitely Ukraine's race at the moment, but the other boats are definitely starting to come up on them, and you could throw a blanket over the rest of the field. Top 3 to go through, like you said, and it's certainly not clear yet. It looks like the Canadians are starting to make their move. You can see that boat starting to propel forward as Kazakhstan, their wheels look like they're just starting to fall off. Czechia there in lane 4, they're looking nice and strong, starting to move through the field, and maybe Italy as well with that home crowd advantage. I'm sure everyone's cheering them on, but it looks like Canada is going to take the win from Czechia, and then Ukraine just able to hold on there for third. They had a great start and the wheels fell off a little bit for them, but it doesn't matter, they're through to the final. But Canada from the outside lane, from lane 2, will take the win in this men's C4 semi-final and progress through to the A final, which will be tomorrow around lunchtime. But always a really good race to watch, this one. The boats moved very quickly. I think they did about 1:30 then or something thereabouts. But there's a lot of toing and froing in the boats. You can see that forward propulsion generated every stroke, and you it needs to be timed quite well if you're having a little bit of a photo finish. That lunge for the line needs to be well timed. You see it in swimming, you have to make sure you time that hand on the wall, and in canoeing it's just as important as well. Maybe not as important in the kayak, the boats run a bit smoother, but the canoes, whether it's C1, C2 or C4, that lunge and that propulsion forward can make quite the difference on the finish line.
Yeah, good finish there from the Canadians. They were well and truly off the pace at the halfway stage, so they have absolutely rattled home from lane 1.